Previously on Living Single.
About your journey. People want to know, what did you do? How did you become a single mother?
That journey. A single mother?
Yeah, like what happened?
Well, we all know how I became a single mother.
yeah.
And it's like certain things I felt within myself that I knew I should not, but because feelings are there, like feelings deceive you, like your heart can deceive you. That's why you need your brain and and discernment and things like that. Oh,
bump it. We are living, hey, where you at? Start over. We are living a single, in a millennial kind of world. I'm glad I got my girl. Keep your head up, boy. Keep your head up. That's right. Whenever this life gets tough, you gotta fight with my sister here sitting to my left.
Am I right?
True blue. We're tight like glue. We are living. I want to go back a little bit about the whole shame part. And you feeling like you let yourself down and you let other people down around you. Like, how did you get through that? Or what did you tell yourself or learn to help you say, no, you know what? I made this decision or this happened, but this doesn't define me,
I just walked through it.
Boom.
I just walked through it. I walked my big pregnant belly butt on campus. Okay.
And
I made sure though that I was cute every day.
That's
because
that's
being
really
pregnant
important.
anyway, being pregnant anyway, you feel like your body's changing and all that kind of stuff. So I just went and bought, cute maternity clothes, or so I just made sure that I felt my best every day. And with shame, you got to walk through it. Like I didn't hide from nobody. I went on campus. I stayed on campus like I normally did throughout the day, and that's just what I did. And it was what it was,
Yeah.
No one mistreated me or anything like that, I had very supportive friends and family, so I really didn't.
And I know a lot of that shame comes from other people because they think that people look at them or view them in a certain way, especially within the, within the body of Christ.
Most of my shame, though, came from I had expectations for myself and I let myself down. So it didn't really... it was more so like I wanted to be married before I had kids and all these expectations I developed for myself. And then when you fail those expectations, I think I was harder on myself than what other people were on me.
Yeah.
So,
so literally still live your best life, even though you have not, you didn't hit the goals, I guess, that you wanted to hit. That doesn't stop you from striving, from thriving, and still living your best life.
If you have a goal and you don't meet that goal, I'm telling the people, and you don't meet that goal, then you just need to recreate your goal. You just need to revamp.
Strategize.
Okay? I didn't hit this mark. Okay, so what is my next mark? That's it. Like, if we sit here and we wallow in the failure,
wallow in the mess. Hey, that's a hot mess.
Okay, so anyway, if you wallow in the mess and sit in that mess, whatever you give attention to and focus on will grow. And that's with everything in your life.
That's true.
That's with social media, okay? That's with your school work, your actual work, business if you own your own business. Like, whatever you put the most attention on and into will grow.
Yeah.
Good or bad.
Yeah.
So remember that.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want to paint this picture as if I was just fully strong every day.
You said people thought that being a single mom was just peaches and cream because of how you carried yourself.
Well, you told me that. You told me I made it look easy.
Did I?
Yes.
Oh, well,
she was like, you made it look easy, and it's like, that's because you wasn't with me on the days that I was snotting all over the floor and falling out like, God,
and let me tell you,
how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do that?
Let me tell you my experience from being her sister as a single mom. I got to experience literally what not to do. Even though I made some of the same choices, I saw that wasn't a life that ideally I wanted or was God's best for me, because I saw those times when she would be crying on the phone, talking to the father of the child, talking to the parents of the grandparents of my nephew, and just, having meltdowns and experiencing that pain of like, you left me. You know what I'm saying? You left me with this responsibility to raise on my own. And I watched her navigate through that. And let me tell you, I don't remember saying that, but if I had to live a life of a single mother, I would definitely go to you and pull from you, because you literally walk that thing out with grace. Like, you literally use God's grace to help you through that. And I'm forever grateful. You already know you're like my second mom. I think you're my real mama. Did you really give me sorry, mama. I love you, mama. I love you. I really did that thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you kept that Chinese white looking baby, you know, with nice clothes on. Whatever you did, you took the little maybe that you had and you made the absolute best of it.
I had to do what I had to do.
You know, but you said it wasn't always easy, though.
It wasn't, and I don't want to paint the picture as if it was. I mean, there was times I cried, there was times I was overwhelmed, there was times I was tired. I will say, my husband, who was my friend then and my boyfriend then, he was a lot of support for me, and so I was able to go take my test. Engineering test was at night. It was like 7 p.m. at night, so I have to have someone to watch my kid then. I had some of the girls who worked at his child care became my babysitters that I would pay outside of the child care center. And then Chris would actually offer sometimes, I know you have a test tonight, you need me to come over, and you know, I'm like, oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
I sure do.
Yeah.
So, you know, so I just created a support system for myself in my surroundings, because my family was hours away, and so I didn't have family there to help. So I created my community and the relationships that I had, and I, you know, pretty much focused on them as my support system.
Yeah, create a support system, whether it's just one or two. It don't have to be a lot, but just, you know, ask, and don't be afraid to ask, right?
Don't be
So a
afraid
lot
to
of times we feel like I'm a
Listen,
burden. You're not a burden.
Put that pride to the side and ask. Okay?
Like, real talk.
Ask. That's how you build each other up. You ask. That's how you think people become successful. Even for entrepreneurs, you think entrepreneurs become successful because they built everything by themselves?
Listen, I'm still
learning. If they tell you that, they lying.
Ask.
They lying. They ask. They use the resources around them to help pull them up, teach them whatever it is they need. That's how they make it work.
Speaking of ask, can I have a $10,000 so I can
I ain't gave you enough throughout life.
Yeah, you gave me life, mama.
Sure.
So I got two more questions for you. This one may throw you for a loop a little bit, maybe not. Did you ever contemplate abortion?
Nope.
No. Tell me why you didn't contemplate abortion.
Abortion was brought up as an option, and because I was trying to like get my life right with God and everything, that just was something that I just never felt like I could do.
Yeah.
And so it never came up. Anytime anybody would bring it up, it's like, no, that's not happening. Me personally, that wasn't something I wanted to carry and that I felt needed to be done.
Yeah.
And I felt like if I created the situation, like, who am I to end it like that? Like, so just personally, spiritually within myself, and just the type of person I am, that's just the choice that I didn't want to make for me.
Yeah, and I think I'm a probably have a segment on abortion alone with single mothers or just people in general, because that's a huge topic. There is a lot of abortions that happen each year, and a lot of times, most of them are from single women who are not married and feel like, well, I'm not in the best space,
It's tough.
So I'm going to abort this child. You know,
it's tough. Like, I can see how many women decide to do that. Like, it's a tough situation to be in. So
yeah, but be encouraged. God is the author, creator of life, and if that life was brought to this earth, He has purpose for that life. So be encouraged with that. My very last question. You know, all of that summed up in this few little minutes. There's so much. What was the turning point? Because you made a decision that you wasn't going to stay where you were, that wasn't going to define you. And obviously things changed, because now you've been married 13 years, you know, you have a career in a home to raise your beautiful family in. Like, where was that turning point, and how did you go from not being a single mother to where you are now?
So when I started,
why stupid? What happens when we press the button and something just happens? I don't know. Okay.
my sister.
All right.